Stop losing leads in your business. As a business owner, you agree with me that leads are actually the lifeline of a business. Capturing them and converting them is actually how you stay in business. What if you have a system that capture leads that come to your website 247? Even if you're away, this system also help you to follow up with these leads. And if you don't know me, I am AYB, co-founder and CEO of Spaghetti, where we help businesses automate their process and implement voice AI in their workflow.
Hello, this is Zara. Am I speaking with David?
In this particular video, I'll show you how to build an AI voice system with ElevenLabs. In this video, I'll show you how I set up the system prompt, how I built workflow around it with Pick.com, workflows that book appointments, cancel appointments, and even reschedule appointments. And I'll also show you how to customize this particular voice agent with Lovable and how to deploy this voice agent with Vercel. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So the first thing that I actually want you to know while building these voice agents is that all of the tools that we're actually going to use. The first tool we are using is Make.com. We're using Make.com for the workflow automation build. And then we are going to build the real agent on ElevenLabs. We are going to build the interface of the agent with Lovable. We're going to deploy it on Vercel, and we use GitHub to store the code, right? So ElevenLabs, these are like the things I really don't want. I really want to mention in the particular video, and these are like things that we're actually going to do. And I'll every now and then I'll just come back to this particular map so that it can guide us through every of the steps that we actually want to do. So the first step we are doing right now is to build the agents with ElevenLabs. So let's go straight into it. I'll show you every of the things that I did. Although I have the prompt already created, so I'll just show you some of the steps and all of the parts or bits of the prompt, so you can see exactly how to actually create a prompt like that. I'm actually going to leave the prompt. I'll give access to the prompt in the description of the video. If you need something like that, you can just go there and just copy it and tune it and tweak it to actually any industry you want to serve, and you can use it for that particular. So let's go straight into creating. I've created my ElevenLabs account, so I'll actually just be fast with everything I'm doing. So we actually want to create an agent for this dental agency or this dental clinic called Lucent Dental, and the name of the agent we are creating is called Lucy, right? And we're going to do that here with ElevenLabs. So just come over here, you click on. If you want to create the ElevenLabs account, very easy. Just go over to elevenlabs.com and make sure you are on, because they are like just a minute. There are like 3 other products that ElevenLabs offer. We have the Eleven API, ElevenLabs agents, and then the creative. We are actually using the agent, so make sure you're on the agent tab, because that's exactly what will give you access to create this kind of agent, right? So we click on this plus icon, and it's going to ask us which type of agent we want to create. To make sure we choose the business agent, and we are going to choose healthcare, and then we are choosing customer support. Now it's going to ask us some questions. We click on continue. Now this is where we are going to put the name of the agent. We'll add Lucy here, and we're going to pick their website. Just come over here, copy the website. Make sure the website contains the HTTPS. If you just put www, it might not work. So we come over here. The reason for this is so that ElevenLabs has a way of working that it will help you script the website for some of the most important information about this particular clinic, and use it as the KB, KB in sense of knowledge base, right? So, but you're definitely going to see what I mean by that. So the main goal is just to answer visitors' questions, answer web visitors questions, and book appointments. Those are like most important things for Lucent Dental, right? Dentals. I think that's all. Make sure you don't check in this. Just then we can create the agent. Might just take a while. You can pause the video, and you can see that it's already like doing some of the things that it's doing. So you can just pause the video, or yeah, it's gonna do that. Just gonna pause and till like when it's done. So we are back here. So it's done with the particular. Now you see that it's actually generated a very good, I mean, an MVP for the prompt, more of like something that you can work with. But this is too this is too basic. This is too general. This is not detailed enough. I actually have a prompt that I've created. I've gone through it, tweak it the way I want, and done of all of. I mean, optimized it for the workflow that I actually want to build. So I'm just going to copy the prompt here. So this is the prompt. Come over here, and I'll copy up to. It's a very long prompt. Very long. So I think we stopped at the guardrails. Yeah, this is the prompt. So I come over here, come to this agent. I cancel this particular stuff and I paste the one I have here. Now this is the prompt that I have. I'm going to go through this prompt, and then we're going to see some of the things that you have to do when you're setting up your prompt. Now, the first thing is that you have to have a personality. As you can see here, you are Lucy, a warm dental virtual assistant for Lucent Dental. You have to mention the name of the company. You embody our commitment to clinical excellence, and you are knowledgeable. I mean, all of the things that will make the agent speak like very human, instead of just being robotic. This is one thing that you have to impute in your prompt, like the personality, like the persona, the kind of um, personality you want the agent to actually carry. And the next thing is that we want to actually determine the environment. The environment is more of like, okay, what are the conditions? In what conditions are these agents is this particular agent going to operate in? So now we are letting them know that patients are actually going to be coming here and they'll be asking some questions. New patients will be coming, existing patients will be coming. We want you to book them, right? And like you can see, the environment is designed to be welcoming, calm, and all that. And the next thing you want to see is that you want to actually determine the tone. The tone is like how the agent sounds, right? And you can see that this thing is actually in capital letters. That's because when I was testing the agent, it was just rambling and rambling and rambling. So it's very good that you can see I actually put it in block letters because somehow based on research, when ElevenLabs is actually running all of these scripts for these agents, tend to like prioritize instructions that are given in block letters. That's exactly why I had to add this in block letters. You see that I speak with measured, empathetic tone and all that. Use things like absolutely, I understand. Does this make sense? All of those ha, ums, and all of those filler words that make a conversation human, right? And then you can see that I added a goal. And your primary goal here is to assist visitors for booking, counseling, rescheduling, and actually guiding the agent, guiding patients through, I mean, the navigation of the website, right? That's one of the things. Now, we actually have to give the agent steps, right? Like, more of like, this is a very non-deterministic kind of agent build, right? There's a much more deterministic agent build where I'm actually just seeing this visual plane for the first time. Okay, this is like when you want to view the prompt in more of like a much more optimized markdown format, or I mean in a very good way, not just, I mean, this one is just the markdown format. So you can see that we have this hash here. You can see here is like plainly you can read it like normal text. So well done. I mean, they just added this feature. So now, one thing I also want you to see is that you actually have to give it these steps. Like when I'm talking about the steps, I'm talking about the fact that it is not deterministic. Deterministic means, okay, they are like workflows, they are like things that you have to follow. Like, okay, if you don't do this, then this. But in this particular um agent build, this voice agent build, we're actually using the prompt to do everything. A friend of mine will say the prompt is the soul of an agent. So the prompt contains everything that the agent is going to say, right? Everything, right? One from the tools, everything that the agent is. So the prompt has to be done well. The prompt actually has to be have to contain all of the things, right? I mean, there are many things. Anything can that can go wrong will definitely go wrong. So you have to optimize and optimize, and you have to spend so much time on the prompt because the prompt is the soul of the agent, right? And you can see here we are giving it instructions that okay, the first step we want you to do is to greet the person, the visitor. Next thing is that we want you to check the availability. I mean, don't book any appointment unless you have actually checked the availability. And you can see, let me check blah 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 what is free on that day. And you can see concerning booking calls, let your tone be upbeat and efficient and feel excited about the upcoming calls. Get the details quickly and yeah, you can just mention. I mean, these are like the fields that you have to like you have that we are going to collect, and you can see that we also I also there are some rules, right, for collection of this name on this particular data, this particular data that we have here, and I actually added the rules below. Now this the next thing is like these are like the steps for all of the process. Then I have the rules here. I think you can see the rules here. These are like the tools. Let me show you the rules. Now we have date rules, right? We have current date awareness. Now you can see this today's date is exactly current date, current year, right? Tomorrow's date is this. We have some date rules. Always confirm calculated date back to the visitor before storing. You have like we want the agent to actually mention back what the information that it's collecting so that it can the visitor can confirm, and then if visitor has confirmed, then it can now store the data. Then we have rules about time zones, and now you can see some of this calculation. I mean, the agent will not magically know all of these things, so that's exactly why we have to add I mean, the prompt that 11 labs gave us is not this detailed. We actually have to be very, very detailed. And you can see some new name collection rules that collect the first name first and then last name, right? And then you can see the email mention, break the email into like three different parts: before, the at, and gmail.com, and the name collection, the phone number collection, always had plus 234. That's like the country code of the country that we are collecting from. You can see all of this very, very. We added quite like the gathering, and this is because of the testing. I mean, you have to go through a lot of testing. I mean, you have to test this particular agent, test it and test it and test it, and try to break the agent. And that's the goal we are always just trying to break the agent. As you can see, all of these things, they are variables, and then we want to manually add these variables as because I copy and pasted it here. So I have to like add the variables. Now I'll just add some random values. Name call this Frank. Name call this Jameson. Phone number is 08 quadruple 3058. Email. Let me just put my email. Ayo at gmail.com. The reason for visit is simple, just a regular checkup. Date. There's a particular way you have to write. There is like year, then hyphen. You can put the month, and then we can actually add the day, right? And then we can put the time. Time is in 24 hours, so you can put something like 11. Put this the appointment date. You can just put. I mean, this is just a dummy kind of stuff. You can repeat the date that you actually put in the first value, so it doesn't really matter. Just copy and paste this bad boy here, right? And I'll just paste it here for the time. I might just use 7 for this, and the current date. Now leave this particular place blank so that you not Now, if you choose a particular value here, to always use this as a reference when it's trying to collect date. Please don't add anything here. You can just put the current here, which is just 26. I mean, the values that we have here, and I make sure you choose the time zone, your correct time zone here. Now, this is the agent's first message. We don't want it to say, hello, blah blah blah, listen data, we're not interested in that. We actually want to remove this, and we already have something in the prompt that is just going to welcome. I mean, this is just the first message. Hello there, I'm Lucy from blah blah from Lucent Dental. I can see, hello there, welcome to Lucent Dental. My name is Lucy. I can answer your questions about our services and help you book an appointment. As simple as that. And next thing we want to do is to change the voice. This is Eric. Eric is a male voice. We want a female voice, and I think we did well with a particular voice here called Hannah. Yeah, Hannah is actually you can come over here to explore. Come over to explore. You can choose. Okay, I don't have to just type Hannah there. Just comes out. So I think the Anna that I have here. Okay, this is the Anna that I want. So just come over here. Get the Anna.
This is the perfect voice for professional projects. It works great for e-learning videos and industrial or corporate voiceover.
So we can just have it here. Now, okay. So the next thing that we want to do, sorry. So yeah, like the next thing we want to do here is that we want to change quite some things. We come over to this Hannah, and we change this from conversational to flash, right? And because of this, we can change this to, I think I have an instruction here on my Scarlet draw. You can see we change it to text to flash, the stability to 98%, speed to 1.03, similarity to 97%. So let's come over, let's do 98%, and then we'll do over to 1.03, and we'll do this to like 97, right? So we are good to go. Yeah. So the next thing we actually want to do is first make sure you publish. Although ElevenLabs actually has a very robust autosave, but sometimes you just have to publish to push your changes to the cloud so that you will not lose any of the changes that you actually made, right? So that's like basically the first thing. Next thing we are doing is, after we are done with this system prompt and this particular place where we dealt with the system prompts. Next thing is that we're moving off to workflow. We are not building anything in workflow. We actually want to do something with the KB, right? The knowledge base. This is where we connect. Now, the beauty about this particular knowledge base is that although you can use a text document, upload the text document, as you can see here, you see that we can upload a file. We can even copy and paste the text document. But I just want to like use the URL. So ElevenLabs actually provided us with a way where we can scrape information about the company or the particular clinic that we are doing just by putting the URL of their website. I mean, that's like very dope, right? So just come over here. Now choose the old website, and then come over to their website here, and then same thing, just copy the URL, and then we paste it here. I mean, I just want you to go 2 layers deep. I mean, if you click on this 5, it goes like way. So there are some websites that actually have very deep, very deep stuff. I mean, their own pages also have services, and their services are, I mean, you can go very deep. But for this website, I mean, I don't think it's a very deep website. Although they have some other things, but I mean, with 2 layers deep, you can actually cover some of the most important things about this website. So you just scroll through the information about this website, and voila, you have it. Now, don't mind, don't worry about this particular thing. Just click on enable rag, and yeah, you're done. That's script the entire website, right? Because you can see the contact us. So you see all of the information. To script all of the particular information and use it as the knowledge, the KB, right? That's like very dope. So you don't have to worry about trying to write a document about it. Just goes to your website, learn more about your website, script all of the important information about your website, and you can start doing what you want to do. So we are done with the KB, and yeah, the next thing we want to do is to move to the tools, right? But before I go to the tools, I don't want to forget this particular stage. It's very important. I want us to go to the settings and tweak some settings about this particular agent, and because this will affect the performance of our agent. It will affect how fast our agent speaks, how they respond, how their response to like normal changes, or how they are their eagerness. I mean, those are the things that actually make an agent realistic. So we have to tune this. Like, so I've highlighted some of these particular things. I think I have it here. So you can see that now the first thing we want to choose is the LLM cascade timeout. So this cascade timeout is going to be 6 seconds. Just come over here to LLM cascade timeout. Let's try to see that. Okay. Okay, this is it. Now it's on normally on 8 seconds, just make it 6 seconds. And let's see another one. I think we have take tone of silence. I mean, if you don't want the agent to too silent when you're talking, I mean, let's just add 3 seconds to it. Let me see. Yeah, let's just make this just 3 seconds. So like it will not feel very awkward when you are talking with the agent and the agent is so quiet, and then you're like, okay, are you there? So end conversation after 30 seconds. So this is another thing we have to add, because if you don't have this particular thing, the agent will just stay on the call. And I mean, these agents, we really have to tune it, right? Uh, yeah, so let's make it 30 seconds, right? And one other thing we want to add is eagerness. So let's make the eagerness eager. Let's make the eagerness eager. That's funny. We come over here and choose eagerness, and then choose eager, and yeah, I think we are done with the advanced. So this is like going to enhance the performance of the agent. So the agent will talk well and will be able to swiftly respond to every of the inquiry of the patient and all of the things that they want to say. So we can push these particular changes to the cloud, and we can continue with what we have next. So the next thing we have done after we have done these settings is that we go over to our tools. Right? Now, if you check now I'm going to do something very funny here. I want to have a tab for the tools, and also I want to have a tab for the prompt. So that you can see the prompt simultaneously and with the tools, right? So now this is the tab for the prompt, and this is where we're going to be creating the tools. So right in the prompt, you can see that I'm going to show you where we made reference to some tools. Now this is, you can see tool available. We have a tool called book a call. Now this is very important. Make sure this name that you have here is the name that you actually use to create the tool. Else, it will not work. The agents will not be able to call on the tool. And these are like, and make sure that the data, I mean, this variable that we have here is the same way in this particular place where I'll show you where we're actually going to paste all of these things. So these are like the tools that we are going to be using. We are going to use the book a call, then we have the cancel appointments, we have the reschedule appointment, we're going to have the check calendar availability. And you can see some of the fields that we have to collect on this particular tool. So let's jump straight to it. But something about the tool is that we have to work together with make.com, because we have to generate the webhook, come here, paste the webhook, and we have to I'm just going to be switching between make.com and ElevenLabs. Now, the fun thing about make.com is that I already have the template for the workflow. So we don't have to like build from scratch. I'm going to walk you through every of the steps in the particular workflow, but we don't have to build from scratch. So it's be easier. So you don't even have to. I'll also give you access to the template in the description. You can just click there, download the template, and you can just use it the way you want. Actually, you can tweak it, you can change some things, you can remove anything you don't like, you can just remove it and add anything you like. So let's jump straight into it. So the first two we are I have a properly documented um, step to follow when you're like doing any of these tools. So these are like the tools that we have here. So so the first tool we are dealing with is the book a call tool, and I'll be switching between these tabs. Just follow through this process. So we come over here, we click on webbook, right? And and you can just come over here, and I really don't want to use, so like, if I paste now, it's very important that you you describe the function of the tool, so that when the agent wants to call on the tool, he knows, okay, this is exactly what this tool is used for, right? So that is like that. So I come over here, I copy this description, paste it here. Now the method we are using is actually a post method, because we are pushing data. We are collecting data from the client or the visitor. We are pushing it to make.com so that it can get data for us. So we are posting, we are creating, we are sending, right? So that's one thing. Now, this is where we have to get the URL from make.com so that we can paste here. So we'll come over here to make.com, and then come over to create scenario, and this is where we choose the webhook. We just come over here and type webhook, and we'll choose custom webhook, right? And in this custom webhook, I like to have a normal naming convention for my webhooks, because so that I can know exactly what a particular webhook is doing. So I'll just put this one as ElevenLabs book a call webhook connection. It's long, it's kind of long, but it saves me like, and also add the date. So I also add the dates, and yeah, we already have the webbook. So I can just copy this particular webbook, come over to ElevenLabs, paste the webbook here. And next thing I want to do is to make sure, now there's a particular to calling sound. That means whenever the agent is trying to call it to, instead of that awkward silence, the agent will just sound like there'll just be sound like like it's typing something. So that's like the to calling sound. So it's not just like to not be like the agent is silent, right? You just be hearing sounds of like typing, something like typing, something like that. So that's like the setting I like to add. And there's also now in this particular body, we also have to add a description. So I come over here, I copy the description for this particular thing, and I paste it here. Now for the data type, make sure that this is required. Every of the data we are using is a string character, it's string data, so we don't really need to change anything. I already told you you have to use the variable the same way we have it in the prompt. That's why I'm copying. So I'm not like going to just fumble, because that simple thing can just make the entire agent not work. So come over here, I paste this bad boy as a description. I'll do that for all of so you can just add another property, and you you want to, I'll just come over here, this, copy this, and put this particular part on 2x so that you will not painfully go through this. And the third one, phone number, over there. And then the description is, and I'll post it here. And then we have a string, and then which is email address, right? Make sure you're copying just this particular variable here. I have it here, pasting it. Description also here also. We paste the description here, and we add a property, and that will be the preferred date. I mean the date the person actually wants to book the appointment. Remember, is the book appointment tool that we are creating. Um, every of these things are actually called tools on ElevenLabs because these are like things. These are like the hands and leg of the agent that it can use to carry out action in the outside world. And the outside world, I mean big.com. So I can come over here, choose the preferred time. I mean, after the date has been chosen, person actually has to put the preferred time, and can also put the description. We have the description here. Now this is where we had. Now we're going to ask the reason of visit. Why are you actually visiting the clinic? So same thing. You can. This is the description. Copy it. Paste this bad boy. Now, last one is I think that's the last one. So we don't have to do this one. So after that, our tool is set. We have done description, everything is like all set and done. Like so, we can add this tool, right? So if I click on add tool, so I've added this tool. But there's one thing. After I've added this tool, I actually want us to test because like make.com actually need test data, right? So what we can do is to come over here to our agents and then we click on test tool. So this is where we just put like a random data so that make.com can have something to work with when like we are processing the data. So just put okay. So let's put so yes. Now we're going to put the date. Remember, it doesn't have to be 05/21. Okay, time. Let's just put this. Visits, checkup. Right. Now, before we click on run, we have to run this particular one here so that it's be able to get the data. So we are running this. If we click on run, you see that it is going to be green here and the data will be received here. Now you can see all of the data that we just used now. So now make.com has something to work with, and we have actually created the tool here on ElevenLabs, right? We're going to be repeating this process for cancel appointment, reschedule appointment, and it's the same step, right? We're just using tools, but I'll walk you through every of these things. But if you don't want to go through all these things, you can just go through it faster, 2x, so that you're not like you want to go through with me, I'll be here. So So the next thing we want to do is that since I already have the template, I don't have to like build from scratch again. So I'll just build from template. I'll just import the template, and name of this stuff is book a call. Come over to here. Come over to I have a book a call print, and I can just import. Like voila, we just have this here. So instead of like building all these things, so the first thing I want to do is to unlink these modules, and I want to choose the webhook that I just created now, and I want to make sure I change it. Now you can see this clock icon. The clock icon means this is a trigger, but this trigger is more based on time, right? It doesn't happen instant. So I want to change it to it happens at intervals. So I want it to be that okay, immediately 11 labs call on this particular tool, it reacts. It doesn't have to wait for like 15 minutes before it does that. I really don't like that. Now, before I connect everything together, I've actually connected all of my accounts here. Come over here, choose um, an Airtable connection, choose a Gmail connection, and so that when we now the next thing I want to do is I want to run it with the data that we have collected. So if I run it now, you see that we have the data. So if I plug it, it works like every of the data we have. And let me just walk you through it. So we have the create event, you choose the event ID, you see the event name, appointment with the first name, the preferred date, and then we'll do this day, month, kind of stuff. And then we are not doing anything again. We're just like choosing the start date and every of this thing. I mean, you see everything in the template, so you really don't have to change anything. This is the name of the clinic. So once you connect it to automatically just if you choose a particular base, then to work. Right now for this, I have a HTML kind of text that we are going to send that contains a Zoom link or a Google Meet link for the appointment that the person wants to do. And then this is the most important part, where this is the response that the agent will get, right? And this is the response the agent will also give to the person that is making the call. The appointment with blah 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 on blah 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 by blah 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 has been booked successfully. So this is one of the markers to the agent that okay, this particular process has successfully been done, right? So after that, I've done the booking call. You can just like Control S this particular stuff. You save it, make sure it is immediately the data arrive, and come over here. We can see that this particular you can see that the booking call is live, right? So we're going to do that for three other tools. We have reschedule call, cancel appointment, and all that. So let's go straight into it. So but it will be faster now, so I don't have to like you already know the routine. We're just going to copy the we are going to get the we're going to copy and paste every of the fields. We're going to get the webhooks and we repeat the process like that. We import the template and we just repeat the process the other time. So let's go straight. I'm going to be very fast right now. So for me, I just want to save this below this particular page. So I'll just come over here, choose the webhook. Now I will move over to the next one, which is cancel appointment. Come over to cancel appointment. Come over here, paste this bad boy. I change this from get to post, and we want to get the description. Description. This tool is for canceling that and this, and like I said, we're going to get the URL. So we come over here, create scenario, and same thing, webhook. Okay, and then we choose webhook, custom webhook. This time, same naming convention that we used first time. is um, ElevenLabs. So this one I'll just change it to cancel appointment, and then just put code like that. So I can come over here, copy this bad boy, come over here and paste the bad boy here. We have it. So we had the description for the body, right? Description for the body is here. Just copy it here. And then come over here, paste it, put the value there, right? And then this is where we have to make sure that this is ticked because it will have affect subsequent ones. So we just have to get the variables from, make sure you're copying it exact way. Don't don't copy the wrong thing. So come over here and put the description, copy the description, and paste the description here. Same thing, come over here, okay, that here, last name, and value, description, paste that here, choose this particular one. So this actually is going to be the phone number. Same thing, copy it, come over here, paste the phone number here. Then we go over to get the description. Right, get the description, come over here, and we add property and get the email. So we get the description also. Paste it here, right? We had the same property and get the appointment date, right? Because the person is trying to cancel an appointment, particular date they want to actually cancel. Come over here, and then we put the description. Yes, which is this. Come over here, and then we paste this bad boy here. Now, and the next thing we want to do is that after we have, I think that's the last for that particular one. Come over here, we had the tool said come over here, we actually want to like test this tool, so click on test tool. You can just put any value we want to add. So you can just put the values that I have here. We have this, we have this. So email, now I have to pick a date. So I'll put 26, I'll put 0, 5, then I'll put 21. I think that's all. And before we run it, remember the routine. You come over here, make sure you save this, run this bad boy. After you have run this bad boy, you come here and then you click run. You should see accepted here, and once you have seen accepted here, it will show here. Right? So after I've done that, then this is when we can now import the blueprint. So come over here and then we're importing for cancel appointments, right? So come over here, this is this, import cancel appointment, and you can see the, now remember the next thing, we unlink these modules, we make sure we choose a particular, then we make sure we change this to immediately, right? And not yet, we actually want to choose a particular account for all of them. Make sure you do that for all of them. This one does not really need an account because it's just a web response. And before we connect this stuff, make sure we want to run this the data that we already have, right? After I've done that, we have the data. So when we plug it now, it should populate the way we want, right? So you can see, you don't have to add anything. You can have access to templates, like I said, I'll add it to the description. So this is exactly how it will look. You can just Control S to save this bad boy, and yeah, make sure you turn on the workflow, right? Um, so if I come out of this particular workflow, it will look like this. So the workflow is active. So if you go to ElevenLabs, cancel this bad boy. Like I said, come over here. Now you can see that we have not actually pushed every of our changes to the cloud yet. But don't worry about that. ElevenLabs, we are saving ElevenLabs. ElevenLabs has a way of saving our changes temporarily before we can push it to the web, right? So we just want to like go and do all the things that we want to do. So the next tool that we are going for now is check calendar availability. Same is the same grind. You just come and copy this particular stuff over here, paste it, and we get the description. This description for this is quite a bit different from the next one. Come here, choose post, right? Now this is the same thing. You come over here, click on create um, scenario, choose webhooks, right? And then we choose the custom webhook, right? And then remember the naming convention that we have, ElevenLabs. So you can just come over here and change this bad boy to check calendar availability. So we are done with that, right? So we have done that. We copy the URL, webhook, come over here, paste that bad boy here, right? And luckily for us, I think we have description for this also. But luckily for us, the variable for check calendar availability is just one, because when you want to check calendar availability, you're actually just going to need the data of the preferred date, right? So that's the only thing we need. So come over here, I'll paste that bad boy there, and we get the description. Description is here, and then we come here and we'll paste it here, right? And that was like all for calendar availability. So we can just click on add to. Remember, we're going to test the process. We come over here, then click on test tool. Now we can just choose any date. Remember, 05 this, and then we have to choose 21st, right? Now, remember the grind. Before we click on run, save this bad boy here, and we run this one once. So when you're running this once, and that's when you can come here, click on run, and we see that it's accepted here, right? Once it's accepted here, you can now come here, you can see it's showing. Now we have successfully we have the data to work with. Now before we do that, and after we have done that, we can now import the blueprint for check calendar availability, and then you can see it here, check calendar availability. Import the blueprints, and voila, just like magic. Remember, next thing is to unlink these models, right? We change this bad boy from 15 minutes to immediately, right? And not yet, we are not doing that yet. And okay, let's do this first. We choose the account. Those are like the only thing that we're actually choosing the account for. Yeah. And we are actually going to choose the account here also. Then we run this bad boy just once. So when we run this bad boy once, it comes with, okay, sorry, that was a mistake. I was actually going to run it with the data. Supposed to run with the data that I have here. So if I run that once, it comes with the data. Then we can now plug it into the workflow. So we plug it in the workflow, it gives the data that we have. Make sure that don't make this time zone problem. Make sure that you go over to your make.com after now let me show you something. So after we have saved this particular step, we can Control S to save this workflow, right? And like after you have created your make.com account and you have subscribed all the things you need, so that you not have issues, make sure you choose like the time zone for your area. Like you have to use, because make.com actually comes with a particular time zone. So you have to go over to your profile and then you have to choose the time zone for your organization. Make sure you make these time zones are like it's the time zone of where you actually are, so that you the workflows that you are running will not have issues. Like I mean, it's usually happen that sometimes the workflow does not run because of um this particular time zone problem. So we're doing the last one. Remember, it's a grind. So so after we've done this, now there's just also one more tool for us to add. The name of the tool that we're adding is the reschedule. Now let me read. Now reschedule has the most variables, but stick with me. We are going to go through it together. So after this particular thing is done, we can add to, right? Remember, same thing. Come over here, schedule a call, right? You copy this bad boy and paste it here. Make sure you change this to post, right? You come over here, you get this particular description here, right? And then you come here, paste this bad boy here. Now we get the URL. Now remember the way we get the URL. Come over, create scenario, and we choose webhook. Same thing, same grind. Click on this custom webhooks. Now this is where we have to rename our stuff like normal way. ElevenLabs. So we can just cancel this and call it reschedule reschedule a call. Right. So we have it here. We save. We copy this bad boy. We come over to our ElevenLabs and we paste it here, right? So now we can now start. Okay, we have to add the body description. Over to body description, and we can copy this bad boy and we put it here, right? So this is where we have to remember. I said always quickly required here. And this is where we have to add all of the fields, because when somebody is trying to reschedule an appointment, let's collect their name, their last name, their phone number, their email, the current appointment they booked, the one they want to change it to, the current date, the time that they want to change it to. So that's exactly why it will be the longest one. So you can just copy first name, we paste it here, then get the description. The reason for this description is just we want the agent to be able to know, okay, this is why this field, this is like the value of this is like what this field is doing, and this is um, the name of the field, and this is the description of the field, just to give our agents much more context into what they are doing. I mean, this LLM is actually reading every of this particular information that we have here. So the LLM is just serving as the brain of the agent, right? So we actually have to give it as much context as we want to. So the last name, and then we want to add, I think the next thing we want to add there is the phone number, right? Phone number, come over here, add phone number. Then we have to add description. Here's we add the description. Then we still have some properties that we want to add. Now the email address is next. So copy the email address. Come paste the email address here, and so the next thing we want to add here is the description for the email. We'll come over here, copy the description for the email. paste it here, right? And yes, we had also the current appointment date, right? There's another variable that we want to, another field we actually want to collect. And we also add a description for that also. So we have this, paste it here. Then we have some other fields that we want to put here, and that's like the new preferred date, right? The new preferred date is here, right? And then we have to add this particular bad boy here with the description, right? And then we put the description here, right? And next is that we want to get the time. I mean, the time is very, very important. We copy the time, come over here, time. And then we choose the description for that also. So after that, I think we are through with everything that has to do with schedule appointments, and just add the tool straight up. And now remember, we have to test the tool. So we'll come over to this test tool place. We put all of the values. I think I just add some of the things I added here. Yes, current appointment date. This is where we have to put new value. One date is same thing. Let me just copy this value, paste it here. Time. Remember, before we run this bad boy, we have to come over here, take this bad boy here, and run it once. So after running it once, we run it here, and then we should get accepted. And because we have accepted here, you see all of the data that we need in this particular workflow. So this is where we can now import the blueprints we want to use, which is reschedule the call. So come here, we'll click on import, voila. Remember what I said, unlink these modules, change this one from to an instant because we want it to be an instant stuff. Not yet. Make sure we choose the particular webhook that we've created, and then this is where we can now choose all of the accounts we want for each of these. Make sure you choose everything. This is very chill. I mean, that's all. And before we connect it, we want to actually run the data through so that we can have data to work with. So this is data, so you can just connect it. Once you connect it and see all the values, will just populate right there. So don't worry, you don't have to worry about this. I'm going to drop the link for you to download the templates in the description. So I can just Control S and save this. I think I made a mistake with the spelling. S and save this particular workflow. And yeah, I want to make it active, right? And I think that's all. So we have created all of the tools, right, that is needed for this particular agent. So we can just push this change to the cloud. So now Lucy now has access to all of these tools. So it can book appointment, cancel appointment, schedule appointment, schedule appointment, and all that. So we are done with the make.com and the ElevenLabs phase. And the next phase that we are going through now is to go through the lovable phase. So this is where we are going to vibe code the website and build the interface for the agent. So that more of like we don't want it to actually we want it to speak to carry our brand and speak like something from us, not from ElevenLabs. So that's one thing that we can do here. So yeah, so come over here, come to ElevenLabs. You can just get ElevenLabs account, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to like drop some screenshots of the website here. I'm going to drop some screenshots of the website and just tell the agent to like this particular, I'll tell this lovable to vibe code this particular thing. So now, but I have to like be specific about some things I want. And like now, because let me include some of the, let me see if I can get it I want. Mm, so this is exactly I want this. This is one of the screenshots, right? Let me add another screenshot. Um, so this is another screenshot I want. Now I'll just like say clone this website. Um, I have so I'll just tell you that I have attached the real images used on the website to this prompt. So I want to okay, I want to add the images right now. Let me add images. So the first image is like the image of the guys. Is the first image, right? I want to add. Then I also want to add some other images. And I also like include it that these images that I'm adding, if I can pack the three of them. Just pack the two of them. There's one more. Yeah, actually four. The last one. So if you check the website, you see that we come down. Yeah. Mm, no, into the home screen. So this is where no, this is no. This is the part I'm talking about. So I want it to actually use it like this, right? The same way, and I want it to use these images. Now, the reason why I'm providing it with the images now is because if I don't give it the real image, it will just cook up an image. So I'm just going to say, I'm just going to explain what I have here. The images one and two are the screenshot of the website. Images one, images three, four, five, six, seven. Images three, four, five, six, and 7 are the real images used on the website. Use them. So this is exactly what I have to do, and then all I need to do is just click on send. And this is actually going to be a very it's going through like it's only going to be long. So I'm going to pause this video. We're going to come back, take a coffee, come back after everything is all said and done. Actually back, you see, I actually didn't take so long there, but so you see that it used the images. Normally, if you don't add all of those images there, it will not. I think one thing we just need to do now is to is to um let's continue and let's just continue and then publish our agent this particular website. And but before we do that, we have to build the widget, right? So I already have the prompt for the widget here. So I'll just tweak some things about that particular prompt, and you see exactly yeah. So the only thing that you need to change here is just the ID of the agent, right? So just come over here, you paste it bad boy. So we go over to the 11 Labs account, and then we copy the agent ID. That's where you copy the agent ID. Come over here, and then we come over, and then we go through the prompt like carefully and paste every of the place we have to like put the agent ID, put them here. So first place here is that as you can see here is the place where we have to put the agent ID. Now this is number one. So just paste it here, come over here, cancel this, and then we paste the one that we got. Make sure you do that also here. That will not be using the agent I built. So you paste it there. So this one is TB. Also look for other. Now for your business, you can actually change the name. So you can change the name of the agent to any. Now, yeah. One other thing I want to add is that let me also add. Yes, so I want to add the image of the agent. So I'll just come over here, and I have a pretty lady that I have here. Maybe just an avatar that we can use as the agent's picture. So and now 11 Labs, and now this is just the interface of the particular build that we have. You can change the name. Now you can, and there's a place where you have to put the name of the agent. I'm coming. Just a moment. Just a moment. Now this is it. Speak with Lucy. Lucy is the name of the agent. You have to actually put it there, and then you also have to put the name of your business. But I've added all of these things. I've picked it into the prompt, so there's nothing to worry. Like this is where you choose. This is where you put the name, you send details, and then for your business, you can just put any particular thing that you want to put there. That is what we have to do. So all I need to do is just to click on build, and then you just go out. So same thing, we're going to pause and then take a sip of coffee, just sip our coffee, and then come back to when the agent is done. As you can see, so I'm back. I hit a problem, and all I need to just do is to all I'm just saying the agent is just not showing, just fix it, and that's exactly what it's doing. It's fixing it. Just have to wait. I just want to show you that I mean this particular thing is not perfect. You might be building yours and you hit the same problem. All you need to just tell the to tell you that there's a problem. Just once you just discover a problem, you just say okay, this particular thing is not showing. Fix it, and it will actually fix it. So let's just wait till like it's done fixing. So finally, we have been able to the agent has been able to finish the particular website and the widget. So the next thing we want to do is to deploy it to Vercel. You see this particular thing that looks like if I zoom in closer, you see that it looks like um more of like a a cat, right? So that's like the GitHub icon. You just click on it, right? You click on the icon and it tells you to come over here. Then you connect. uh, Okay, we go over here and I click stop. Edit access. Okay. When you actually click on the icon, you see that it has been connected. But for it to actually connect, one way you have to have your GitHub logged in, or you have to have a GitHub account, and that's be logged in this particular profile. And so once it's logged in on this profile, and you come over here and click on GitHub, right? You can now push it to GitHub, and then it will just once you click on connect, right? It allows you to authenticate your GitHub account, and then that's exactly why you see um this particular once you have seen this particular thing, that has been the code has been pushed to GitHub. And then after the once the code has been pushed to GitHub, you don't even need to actually come over here. And to be honest, there's not really anything you need to do here. But you just want to be sure that and just come here and check your repos. Just take your repo, just try to look for the name of that particular project. Pixel perfect clone. That's what we are looking at. I'm trying to look for pixel perfect clone. I mean, it might not really open here. You might not see it here at first. Okay. So this is it. And 1 minute ago, pixel perfect clone. And that's exactly it. So what we are going to do is that we're going to open a Vercel account. It's free, right? The same thing, make sure your Vercel is logged in on this particular thing. So what we are going to do is to click on add project. So we are moving the code from I'm moving it from GitHub where the code is stored to Vercel. Vercel is more of like um, a, a hosting platform where it will help you host that website and the widget that we have. So we click on project and it's going to give us the latest stuff we have here, and then we click on import. So that's all we need to do. Right? Not fight. Last time I did it. This is it. So that's all you need to do, and you just click on deploy, and we have to wait for like the agents to deploy. I'll just let you know once it does that. So our project is live, as you can see here. Our project is live. All you need to do is to come over here, continue to dashboard. Um, so if you continue to dashboard, we can see a particular URL that we have been given. You click on that URL, brings us to this wonderful page here. You can see that it's under the domain of the cell, right? Although you can actually do it on Lovable. Lovable actually will allow you to deploy it on their own domain. Something at lovable.com. If you come over here, you can see it. Trying to like look for the publish here. You can see you can actually view it here. It's the same, but one thing that we just want to eradicate is this lovable um watermark that we have here. So I'd rather just do it on Vercel, and you can see on Vercel is actually hosting very well. Is it everything you want to see on the website? Is responsive. Let's compare it to the normal website, which is like this. It's not exactly the same, but we have successfully cloned the website, right? And yes, we can do all of the stuff that I want to do. Now, this is where we are going to test the agent live, and we're going to book an appointment and see how it does. So we actually want to test the agent now. As you can see, I want to show you that we actually have booked appointment on by 9 to like 11. So let's see if it's going to be able to figure that out based on every of the things that we gave it. So let's come over here.
There. Welcome to Lucent Dental. My name is Lucy. I can answer your questions about our services or help you book an appointment.
Hi Lucy, I want to book an appointment for 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. today.
Let me check what's free on that day. One moment. It looks like we have existing appointments from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. today. Would you like to schedule a time outside of those hours?
Yeah, okay. Can we do 11 to 12, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. today?
Let me check what's free on that day. One moment. I apologize for the repetition. I am just double-checking the calendar for today, May 21st, to make sure that the 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. slot is open for you. Please bear with me for a moment.
Okay.
Great. Since our existing appointments are until 11 a.m., the 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. slot should be available for you. Awesome. Can I get your name, please?
So my name is Ayobayemi.
Great. So that's Ayo Ogunyemi. And your phone number?
08033388058.
Thank you. So that's 08033388058. I'll add the country code, so it will be +2348033388058.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
What's the best email to reach you on?
segunpeterayo@gmail.com.
So that's segunpeterayo@gmail.com, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
What is the reason for visiting Lucent Dental today?
Checkup.
Perfect. So just to confirm, we have Ayo Ogunyemi with the phone number +2348033388058 and the email segunpeterayo@gmail.com. You're booking a checkup for today, May 21st at 11 a.m. West Africa time. Does everything look good?
Yeah, that's very correct.
Oh, I'm so sorry something didn't go through. Let me try that again for you.
Yeah, thanks. So you can see that it actually booked. Like if I had not end that call, it might actually book it again. But I was booked an appointment for that particular time, and I really don't want it to ramble and keep on rambling and and all that. So you can see that we can, for me to actually cancel the appointment, I can just um talk to it again and like say like I'll check. Let me talk.
Hello there. Welcome to Lucent Dental. My name is Lucy. I can answer your questions about our services or help you book an appointment.
Hi Lucy. I want to cancel an appointment that I have for today from 11 to 12 p.m. today.
I can help with that. What name is the booking under?
The name is under Ayobami, Ayobami.
All right. Thank you, Ayobami. And the phone number on the booking?
The phone number on the booking is 080 333 8058.
Could you please call out your phone number with the country code?
Okay, that's like +234 80 333 8058.
Thank you for confirming. What is the email address associated with the booking?
So the email address is segunpetrayo@gmail.com.
Thank you. So that's segunpetrayo@gmail.com, correct?
Yeah,
And
correct.
just great. What date is the appointment you'd like to cancel?
The appointment was scheduled for today. That was like 21st of May 2026.
Okay, so I have Iobami on +2 348 03338058 with the email segunpetrayo@gmail.com, canceling the appointment on 2026 May 21st. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Done! Your appointment on May 21st has been canceled. Sorry to see you go. We'd love to have you back anytime. Is there anything else I can help?
No, thank you, thank you. So you can see that like when like it cancelled the appointment, you can see that there's no 11 to 12 again. So that's exactly how we can book an appointment, you can schedule appointments, and you can stop losing leads on your that come to your website. You can convert them, you can store them in your CRM, and yeah, you can just do all like you can send them emails. Yeah, let me show you the email I got after like I booked the appointment. I did. So means as you can see, this is the email that contains. You can see that we all set for this, and here's the link to join the call. And also, if this is the record in our on our CRM, so you can see the email, capture the email well, the checkup, and all this. So this is exactly how it's going to display on your website and even on the store. So if you are interested in building something like this, you can contact us at Spark AI, and we build voice AI agents for businesses across dentistry, real estate, and other kind of industries. So yeah, so if you enjoy all of the stuff you got from the video, just don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and do all the good stuff. See you guys in the next one. Bye.